The Flash, Season 4, Episode 6, titled When Harry Meets Harry. And this episode is a big improvement from last week's episode and, a couple episodes beyond that where, most of this season have been too goofy, problems over the story, characters, half of the episode you care about, or you don't care about the other half. But this episode is good. It is focused. It is having the right sense of seriousness, lightness, humor, without going going overboard with it. Because our villain for this episode is a person who's able to make things turn to life. She's able to turn statues into living things. And that felt a sense of threat. That felt a sense of danger for the Flash and the Elongated Man. Just because they're fighting a T-Rex. It's one of those things where you're this is tricky. I don't know how to handle it. I want to see how Barry and the Elongated Man figure it out. And of course, with the Elongated Man, he's learning about what it means to be a superhero. And he wants, originally he always thought to be a superhero you need to catch the bad guy. But there's more to that. You let the bad guy go away to save the innocent people, and that's what he's trying to learn. And here's the thing, last week I mentioned how I thought the Elongated Man was the Jar Jar Binks of this season, or this episode, or the show in general. I thought he was incredibly annoying. He's less annoying this one. It feels like we're gonna have a character change. He's less annoying. He's less oh my god, why this guy even on team? He seems like he is slowly becoming a different character, which I kind of like. The costume needs to change, but realizing that was probably a joke about the Elongated Man. It's just a bad cosplay outfit. But you can see the different ideas of Cisco. But Cisco said it's a prototype. So out through the season, we'll see the Elongated Man having probably the more comic outfit of what he has. Now with the Harry meets Harry thing, the whole thing they got information about this guy called Defoe, and they try and find out who this Defoe is, and turns out they can't find a particular Defoe because there's 1,000 Defoes in Central City, and so Harrison Wells says, "I'll get my friends," but it turns out all his friends are just different versions from parallel universes of himself, and it hits some very humorous moments. It's probably the lightheartedness out through the episode where where us seeing the Hugh Hefner Harrison Wells, who's will show up with his pants down, and of course everybody else is "Whoa, put your pants back on, dude, Jesus." You got the German, all guys, who will, be "Oh, I owe you on the festival, and I'm smarter than you." And then you got the "I swear you Terminator" Harrison Wells, but I was all of these are funny in their own way, and seeing different versions were pretty cool. The only thing I didn't really enjoy from this episode is I felt like it was a bit too long. Because what happened was, you have you caught the bad guy, and it felt like at the end, it felt like it was about to end, and then it didn't end. If that makes sense. It felt like it was about to have a cutting point, and then it continues with this even though it did lead to a very cool scene where the Flash and the Elongated Man fighting a T-Rex in a museum, but it just felt you're kind of dragging a little bit. But interesting how the episode ends, how it's going to conclude, because in a way, due to the fact we got a crossover, we only got 2 more episodes until we had the mid-series break because episode 8 is going to be the crossover. So, yeah, for me, this is a big improvement. This is probably like top 2, top 3 episodes of the season so far.